So I just found out how I'm going to die. I took a blood test, the most comprehensive blood test in the world. I tested for 120 things. 118 are good, excellent. 2 are bad. And one of them, most likely, is a cause of concern. So let's talk about health, shall we? I've been obsessed about health for the last 2 years because it's important. I never thought health was important. I was young and foolish and stupid. I was drinking a lot, partying a lot, not sleeping. And then I had a switch, and then now I'm really obsessed about health. And I became really healthy. 118 out of 120 are good. So I'm exceptionally healthy now. I have a six-pack, I work out, I run. But it wasn't always this way. I made a friend, his name is JC from India. He runs this company called Fitter. And we did a 6-month challenge where he challenged me for 6 months to get healthy. And I did that challenge. It's in the description if you want to see exactly what I did. But that was the beginning of it. Then I read a book called Outlive. And in this book, I understood the medical field a lot more than before. And this book really talks about sort of the 4 things that will kill you, okay? Most likely in this book, it says you'll die from one of 4 things, right? Number 1 is heart disease, something related to the heart. Unfortunately, that'll happen to a lot of people. Number 2 is cancer. I'm sure you know somebody that died because of cancer. Number 3 is neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. And number 4 is metabolic dysfunction, which is basically like because of obesity or type 2 diabetes. That's a major cause of concern for a lot of people. So you'll die because of one of these 4 reasons. And I think I know which reason most likely I will be in based on this blood thing. But I'm not here to talk about how I'm not healthy. I mean, eventually I'll die. Everybody will die. Yes, we will all die from one of these 4 reasons and maybe an accident. But you need to try to live as healthy as possible. And so here is everything I did to get healthy. Now I'm extremely healthy. I'm 32. My VO2 max is 62. I'm 71 kilogram. I'm 180 centimeters height. I have a 13% body fat. So blood result exceptional. So very, very healthy today. But how do you get there? The question is, how do you get there? These are the things I did to get there. And I hope they help you in your journey because everybody needs to talk about health. The number one thing I did, I actually got a device to track my health, right? This is the most important thing I did, is get a tracking device. You cannot improve what you cannot measure. And now I can measure everything in my body that I care about. So I can measure my heart, I can measure my sleep, I can measure my exercise. And so, for example, this is called Whoop. There's many companies that do this, like Aura. JC has another company called Heart, H-A-R-T, Heart Ring. So there's a ring and there's a this. This stuff is so important because I know that yesterday I slept 7 hours and 6 minutes exactly. And exactly out of those 7 hours and 6 minutes, I had 1 hour and 25 minutes in REM sleep. So that's why this is so important, because you can improve. I know how fast my heart is. I know how I change, how many steps I take. So get a device. Number 1, very simple. Number 2, sleep. The easiest thing in the world to do is just sleep. So back in the days, I used to be very proud of sleeping 5 hours, very proud of sleeping 6 hours. Now, I am not proud of it. No matter how busy I get, I must sleep enough. So if I look at the last 6 months, for example, of my sleep, you'll see that my sleep performance, like my average sleep, has improved. Now I average roughly 6 hours and 39 minutes every day of sleep. What I really want is 8 hours. But you really want to go between 7 to 8 hours of sleep because it is so important. And you need to start thinking about sleep. Think about sleep. What does that mean? It means shut down the laptop, shut down the phone. It means, oh, in 2 hours I'm going to sleep. I need to think about sleep. I should not eat. In 2 hours I'm going to sleep. I think about sleep so that when I actually sleep, I sleep. I take melatonin, which also helps me sleep. It's not addictive. But number 2 is really get your body to sleep. Number 3 is eating. I feel like the whole world is lying to us because you go to a restaurant, you order a meal, and the meal is 1,000 calories. And it's like, wait a minute, my body can only take 2,000 calories per day, and this one meal is 1,000 calories. What do I do? And that meal is not even satisfying. So we need to get back to the basics. And the basics say your body can only handle 2,000 calories. That's it. And so with the calorie craze that we have now, everything is 500 calories and above. Chocolate, 500 calories. Restaurants, 1,000 calories. Butter, mayo, all that stuff. So you need to go back to the basics because our bodies do not move as fast as society. 1,000 years ago or 100 years ago, we were getting 2,000 calories. But today, we can get easily 4,000 calories. But our body cannot change in 100 years. It needs a lot more time for evolution. So we cannot process that many calories. That's why everybody's fat around you. You gotta bring it back to 2,000 calories, and that's so important. Number 4, I know this sounds like a gym bro, but it's true. Protein. Protein is so important. I surround myself with protein right now. Even if you're vegetarian, you can eat protein. If you eat meat, you can get protein every day. I eat 150 grams of protein every single day. I track it, and it's very easy. How do I get my protein? Well, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat beef, I don't eat fish. So how do I get it? Luckily, I eat eggs, lots of eggs, whey protein, protein bars, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is great for protein. Tempeh is great for protein. Tofu, great for protein. There is protein water, which is really cool. I love protein water because it's that's all you get. It's just the protein and the water. That's it. So something like this, if you can see it. So Greek yogurt, 0% fat. You get a lot of protein in that. Protein water. The best protein bar in the world, I just discovered it last month. It's called David Protein. This thing is exceptional. It gives you like 28 grams of protein, like here, 28 grams of protein and 150 calories. All the other protein bars are really terrible. So that's how you can get your protein pretty easy, and you want to get to 150 grams. Super important. And then last but not least, exercise. Go to the gym. I exercise 5 to 6 days a week, and that is like religion. If you are religious and you pray 5 times a day, or you go to the church every Sunday, well, then you have an additional religion now. The additional religion is called health. And in this health, you just have to eat well and go to the gym every day. You can do it 5 days a week, 3 days a week, whatever. Now, when you go to the gym, if you want to see the workout that I do, it's in the description below, the workout that I do. But it is so important that you get your heart to be in zone 5. Just don't worry what it means. Just try to get to zone 5. Today, I was 2 minutes and 38 seconds in zone 5. Zone 5 is the highest zone of your heart. It's like the maximum zone. That's when your heart is working really hard to pump out blood to your muscles. The way to get to zone 5 is sprinting. Sprint really fast for like a minute. Yeah, fast running really is the easiest way. Jumping up and down very fast. Burpees. When you feel you're out of breath, you want to be out of breath for at least 2 to 5 minutes in those workouts. And the reason why that's important is because it helps your body and your heart become stronger. For me, that's the point of exercise. It's different for everybody, but for me, I just want my heart to be very strong. I don't care about my biceps. I don't care about my back. Of course, muscles are important so that you don't break. But eventually I track my VO2 max, which is something you should track. Now, do all these 5 things and I think you'll get healthy and you'll get really good blood results. Number 1, get a device to track your sleep and track your workouts. Number 2, sleep. It is very important to sleep. Number 3, eat 2,000 calories, not more. Don't fall for the restaurant trap. Number 4, get enough protein so you get enough muscle. And number 5, work out at the gym by either lifting weights or running really fast or both, and get to zone 5 in your body, in your heart. I did that for a year and a half, and then I got those blood results, which are good. Now, what is bad? So, I saw, and again, I'm not a doctor, and so definitely seek medical advice. I think my cholesterol is not good. And I think it has to do with genetics. Because I've had this my whole life, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it better. But my HDL large is below range. And the problem with that is that it's basically the things that kind of, this HDL is the thing that helps remove excess cholesterol from the bloodstream. And so when my levels are low, basically I don't have enough cleaners in my blood. My blood is not cleaning itself as good as it should be. And because of that, I would get a lot of plaque in the arteries. And plaque in the arteries leads to heart attacks. So you can probably guess where this is going. So I'm guessing that if out of the 4 reasons why somebody would sort of die, which unfortunately we all have to die, most likely has to do with heart attack. And that is why I need to be extremely careful and get tested for this and track this every 6 months, every year, and do this VO2 max and make sure that I don't have heart attack problems. Now, I could die of cancer next year. I could die of a bus tomorrow. Nobody really knows. I'm not saying nothing is for sure. But that is the thing I am paying attention to a lot more now. And I could only know this because I'm now testing for this. And so my recommendation for everybody is to try to test everything. Knowledge is power. And you should know how your body works. Read the books. Read this book called Outlive. Read this book called Lifespan. Read this book called Why We Sleep. Use Fitter from my friend JC. Get a fitness device, either Heart or Aura or Whoop. Track yourself and just eat healthy. And when you do everything I just did above, I think you'll realize happiness is attainable. You can be happy. What you really need to be happy is health. That's it. It all comes down to health. So I hope you get healthy. I hope this was helpful. And I'll see you next week for another deep dive about a completely different topic.